What's going on, TKU family? This is Gilberto, bringing you the church visit video. So I went to Resurrection Church. It is here in Haslett, Texas, where I live, and it is like 2 minutes away from my home. So I did some research online. I found it, so I just decided, might as well go here. I really didn't know much about it, but I did a little bit of research and found out they've been here or they've had this church for about 10 years or so. And when I got there, I was greeted by one of the ladies. She said she was one of the co-pastors, and the other co-pastor was there. So I guess as far as their church government, they refer to themselves as co-pastors, but they really didn't have anyone else. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but they met in an elementary school. So it was a very small area where we were at. It was a really small, it seemed like the school gym, and they just had a little stage and chairs and stuff like that. But it was a very small church, only about 15 members, I'd say, were there. But when I got there, it was very welcoming. One of the co-pastors, she came up to me and said hi, and they had great eye contact, and they made you feel welcome. They had refreshments, they had several drinks and snacks for the people that were coming in, so that was nice. I felt very welcome when I got there. I had actually reached out to them a week before, sent her a voicemail, but she never got the opportunity to get back to me, and she got with me when I got there, and she just said she was so busy. So me and her, and just like a lot of other people, we were just so busy. Anyway, there's two co-pastors. They had worship, and they did have the lyrics on a screen. And the worship, they had guitars, they had people singing, they had a piano, and I think that was all that I saw. And the worship experience was good. The singing was great. They had good worship songs. And the sermon was on grace and hope. They shared just basic information about hope that's in Jesus Christ, and that you're saved by grace through faith. Oh, and right before the sermon, when it came time to greet one another, it's actually kind of nice because we all got to greet everyone that was there. Like I said, there's only like 15 people, but we got to meet with everyone who was there. So that felt really nice. Everyone was smiling. It just is a very down to earth church. We did take part in communion, so they did have communion. Everyone walked up to the front, and the co-pastor, she said a blessing over each person. So that was nice. And at the end of the service, they had prayer warriors near the exit of when you were leaving to receive prayer about anything. And it was a good experience. I sensed the Holy Spirit there. Oh, and I think I forgot to mention this, but this was a Lutheran church. So just pretty much they have same beliefs, just it's more on justification. But as far as the visit, it was great. It was a great experience, very down to earth. The people were very welcoming. I didn't have a chance to get an interview. It just seemed like the co-pastors were busy with other members, ministering to them, I guess, with whatever they were dealing with. So I'm looking at the questions here, and I don't like the fact that I didn't have the opportunity to ask, but I will be reaching out to her to try to I'll email her some of these questions to see if I can get some of the answers. But as far as becoming a member, it seemed very simple. There was connection cards and stuff like that you could connect with them. And a lot of the members there actually felt encouraged that I was there, and they're like, "Oh, you need to come back. We'd love to have you back." So it seemed like when they get a new face in there, they really enjoy it, and they feel very encouraged. But like I said, this church has been around 10 years. But in my frame of thinking, I'm thinking, okay, you've been around for 10 years. Why isn't there more people, or um, well, what's going on? But that's within my frame of thinking. I'm probably going to refrain from asking a question like that. If I do go for an interview, I'd just stick with the questions that were provided, because I don't want to cause any confrontations or anything like that. But other than that, it was a great experience. Like I said, very down to earth. I really did enjoy it. So I mean, as far as how a blessed church functions, I guess it's about people, and this church reflected that. They really showed their care for the people that were there, and they showed their care for the people that were coming in. So that was one of the biggest things that I got from going there, was just that down to earth feeling. So this was a great experience. I enjoyed it. I'm eager to hear what other churches you guys went to, just to see how they were. But this was a small church, very down to earth, and it was a good overall good experience. I enjoyed it. But other than that, that's all I have for you guys. I'm looking forward to looking at y'all's other videos. Thank you guys so much.